Hey everyone, how's it going? I hope that you're having a great day, and I am here with a product that I have wanted to demo for quite some time and give it a review, and it is a very controversial product, and that controversial product is none other than Yeti Snot, which is the super cold shaving soap put out by Shaving Yeti, and it's called Ultra Mentholated Shave Soap. And the reason I've been wanting to review it for a while, I just haven't gotten my hands on any, is because it's got really mixed reviews. Some people love it, some people hate it, and I think that part of the reason why it is the way it is because a lot of people don't really quite know exactly how to use or how to lather with the soap. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to lather with this soap, because it is difficult, not so much to lather, but it's difficult to keep the lather, and I'll explain that in a little bit. But first I would like to just say that I have actually wound up befriending Ernie Baraga, who is the Shaving Yeti, and he's good people. He is top notch. I have nothing but respect for that man, and he puts out a lot of good products. I've been using them a lot lately. His Yeti Snot Morning Wood, Mamacita on the Rocks, Colombian Necktie. Colombian Necktie is probably my favorite. And then his aftershave, oh my goodness, his Yeti Snot aftershave is excellent. It's super cold, super cold. So I love it, I absolutely love it. And this is a great soap. The Yeti Snot is great soap if you like a nice cold shave. So here's what I've done. I have soaked my bore, and you know that usually when I do a soap review, it's really right there, like on a table. I'm not usually in the actual soap review, but for this I wanted to show you how to do it. So anyhow, got my bowl warmed up, got my brush soaked and warmed up, and now Ernie does not do this, but I do. For his soap, I am blooming it. So it's got a bunch of water in it, which I am now pouring out. Okay, that's what blooming is. You soak it in the water, and you can see the stuff. It's clear, it's green, and I mean, you can just smell the menthol in there. I mean, this, if you're ever sick, just smell some of this and it'll be good. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you what I'm doing. This is just a Burma Shave boar bristle brush. That's all it is. All right, no fancy badger or anything like that. You just lather it up, and you're gonna get a decent amount of product in there. You don't want too much, but you don't want too little, because it's a fickle soap. You don't have to cut it. You do not have to cut it with another soap to get a lather, okay? You don't want to add tons and tons and tons of water to this, okay? You want it to be a fairly dry soap, or a fairly dry lather is what you want. So so what I'm doing is I am working up the lather, and you can see it's already starting, okay? And it doesn't take long if you keep it dry. I bloom the soap, and then I keep it dry. I don't add a lot of water to this, okay? And then, and you can actually feel the cooling nature, but alright, so it's whipped up this lather. You can see peaks, okay? There's a couple air bubbles in there. Don't worry about it. You can see there's just a couple wee little air bubbles in there. It's not frothy and it's not foamy. What you want to do is you want to scoop this out of your bowl, and then you want to put it on. Okay? You can paint it on. Don't worry about face lathering for the last little bit. Okay? What you want to do is you want to put this on as soon as you get that lather, and you see how it looks a little bit lumpy? That's not a problem. It's not too thin, okay? It is not too thin. This soap is a different kind of soap because it has a very, very high concentration of menthol in there. So, Mongoose razor, feather professional blade, okay? Nice and aggressive. Now, here's the thing. This soap is not a poor lathering soap, okay? It just lathers differently because of the menthol. What that menthol does, is it breaks down the lather quicker because it has a lot of menthol in it. I'll tell you what, I love it though because it is ultra cooling, especially if you pair it with the Yeti Snot with the aftershave. Man, is that good stuff. And I mean, it'll bring tears to your eyes. It will just cool you, refresh you, invigorate you. It's wonderful stuff. Okay? You're gonna think that compared to the rest of your shaving soap that this is a little bit thin, alright? But don't worry, it's not too thin. But what I've found is the key to using this Yeti Snot is that you gotta use it fast, alright? Don't just let it sit in the bowl. But instead, what you want to do is you want to use it as soon as you whip up the lather. By the way, if you hear any noises, our house is being remodeled, so I apologize for that. Alright, but there it is. Single pass. Now, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take whatever's left in this bowl and whip it up, okay? Now, if you haven't added too much water, you can do that, okay? You can sort of re-whip it, but it's going to be thinner, alright? So here's what I do. I load the brush up again. I don't re-soak the brush, okay? Don't re-soak the brush. You just load the brush back up. And you just start whipping this lather up again. And that's all you do for that second pass, for that third pass, okay? And you can keep doing this, and you can see it's already building up a lather. You can add a couple drops, okay? I literally just wetted my fingers and I put them in there, all right? And it's already starting to whip up even more lather. And I'm just going to do this to show you just real quickly. All right, and so we've already got enough for a whole other pass. Now I'm not going to do another pass just because this is a soap demo. It's not a shaving video, all right? But I wanted to show you how to use it. See, look at this. Isn't that great? You got all this soap, so you can easily do that, and you can keep doing that and doing that. Remember, keep this soap dry. It's not a super wet soap. Keep it dry. Use it as soon as you whip up the lather, and if you do that, if you follow those directions, then I don't think that you will be disappointed in this Yeti Snot shaving soap. I think that you'll enjoy it. It actually is one of my new favorites. I absolutely love it. I love the way it makes me feel. Love the way it cools and soothes the skin, and I think it is great. So, anyhow, I hope that you enjoyed watching, and I hope that you like and subscribe to my video. And as always, I would remind you, shave on.